New Year's Eve update, Q4 final numbers, and some 2022 predictions. I'm Brian. Welcome to my Tesla weekend. And welcome to my newest Patreons, Corey Shipko, The Tree of Liberty, and George Isaacidis. Isaacidis? I apologize if I have butchered it. For those watching right now, you are watching whichever version it says on the screen. There's the full version, Fridays at 7 p.m. And then over the weekend, I post an abridged version, condensed, for your viewing ease and pleasure. I know why you're here. You want to see the final numbers. I did post them to Twitter a few minutes ago, but why don't we first talk about what they are here. Like a lot of guys, I did make a revision. And there's a reason for that, which I will get to. I did look through the footage of Fremont, which made me revise my prediction for SNX up by 200 units. 12,800. That is now my guess. I can show you why. If we're looking at this, we can see a bunch of vehicles parked out here, parked in the grass, even. And we can also see a bunch in overflow lots in an entirely different location. I think production is higher than I expected at first. So that's why that number has been revised. And if we look at Fremont, I have not changed that number, I don't think, on any of my estimates. But I have revised slightly the Shanghai 3 and Y number. And only slightly. And if you look here, we can just skip to it. 290,086 units. Putting me far lower than all the other YouTube and Twitter guys. But I have my reasons. So Shanghai 3 and Y, I said 6% better than their best month ever. The equation looks a little something like this. It's a lot of fun and super pretty. Whoa, don't do that. But it isn't higher. And the only reason I did revise it from up, I think I had it at 4% better. I changed it to 6. The only reason I went that high of this from Jay in Shanghai, showing the loading, the overflow lot, the delivery lot in Shanghai for local deliveries. And man, is it packed. So in addition to all the trucks we've seen going out, all the units we've seen going out, all of these, as of yesterday, were waiting for delivery. And while they may not show up in the delivery numbers, they're likely to show up in the production numbers. Now for funsies, again, I'm at 290 and change. Investors Business Daily. We've got FactSet consensus, 276,900. Now I did see that Tesla apparently put out their own consensus at about 260. So there's a lot of Wall Streeters in the 260 to 270 range, and I think those numbers are low. And then, of course, you've got the YouTubers coming in at more like, what would they be, 290 to 300-ish? And I think that is impossibly high. Last year, on this very day, I made some predictions. Let's take a look at them. I'm going to just hit play here. So the first prediction was on the 2020 production. I was very close. That's fine. The next one was the stock price. And I took a very broad approach and said it would be between 529 and 2823. And it is. Yeah, it finished up well. And I will get to my 2022 predictions shortly, as you will see. I also said the stock would split this year, and I was incorrect about that. I did say, out here, that full self-driving would not be complete in 2021, and unfortunately, I was correct. On the deliveries, I'd said they would be, for this year, between, I said they'd be 800,000, and I'm delighted to have been wrong, but I did provide a range of 720 to 1.1 million. Not a very bold prediction, but it was one I was comfortable with, and I like to stay in my wheelhouse. I did say, by the way, look at that. I had 5 patrons last year. it was a tough start to the channel, my friend. I did say that Elon would become the richest man alive, and that penciled out. Again, not a super difficult prediction to make. And then on production of new vehicles, I said that the made in Germany Model Y would be in limited production. And even though they've made a couple hundred, I would argue that I missed that prediction. I said the Semi would be in limited production, but not wide production. And even though we've seen a few out for testing in Nevada, I would argue that I missed that prediction. I did say that there would be no Roadster just yet. That came true. And I did say that there would be no CyberTruck yet, because Texas would not yet be complete. And the last of these predictions from last year, I said that the Model Q would be unveiled, which it has not. I did say it wouldn't be out, but that was, again, pretty easy prediction to make. So all of those came true-ish. Those ones, anyway. So yeah, those were my predictions. You ready to see my predictions for this year, for this coming year, for the next one? Let's go take a look. Oh yeah, take a look. Like I'm looking like I'm going to click on a tab here. No, I'm just going back to the B-roll. So my predictions are, just do that. Stock performance. Let's talk about the stock performance for 2022. I believe it will outpace the market. I believe it will beat the market. I believe that based on the production we're seeing, the new factories coming online, all of the good things that you guys already know about, that $1 in Tesla will outperform $1 in the S&P 500. In terms of production, I believe Tesla's guidance of growing by 50% each year, I believe they will easily hit that in 2022, because the run rate in Shanghai is such that they kind of already have the capacity. If not, they're within a stone's throw. They would not need much production from Austin and Berlin. And Shanghai is still expanding. And there's still rumors that they're taking over more land nearby for additional capacity. Now, that capacity wouldn't come on during 2022, but the expansion there that is already underway is definitely going to be done. And their run rate is fantastic. So let's talk about CyberTruck and Semi. CyberTruck will, I believe, see some production this year. I don't know about 10,000. I would take the under on 10,000, unfortunately. But Tesla's approach is different than it was when they first expanded into Shanghai. Their approach now seems to be get all your ducks in a row rather than just enough ducks to get out to sea, as it were. So I believe that when Berlin and Austin turn on, that their ramp will be faster than what we saw in Shanghai. Also in part because these factories are substantially larger than phase 1 of Shanghai was. So I think those numbers are going to be big and pretty. So we want to talk about the Shanghai. So Shanghai is going to expand. I believe we will see new capacity there. I believe we will see the numbers continue to increase. I believe they are still parts constrained, and that these fantastic numbers we're seeing are not the limit. Berlin and Texas will come online. They will ramp. All that's going to happen. Berlin is still a bit of a bureaucratic mess, but I believe they've got everything lined up. Their I's have been dotted and their T's have been crossed. The Model Q, the $25,000 jobby, I believe we're going to see. I'm going to hang tight here. The Model Q, I believe we're going to see it come out. Not come out, but be unveiled at least. I do not believe the $25,000 price tag is still applicable, in part because inflation has outpaced it since it was mentioned. And even a 6% increase would be, over $1,000 more. I believe early versions would be in the 40,000 plus range for Founders Edition or Performance or Extra Range or who knows. But that it will be at least unveiled, and I still believe it'll come out as 3 different variants, one for each continent. And that there may be a chance for them to import to other countries at a premium. And then lastly, insurance, energy, and FSD. I'm curious to hear what you guys think. I know Elon said in an interview with Lex Friedman that FSD may be cracked this year. And I would very much like that to be true. He has a better insight than most, but I believe his optimism may still get the best of him. I would not put money on FSD being complete in 2022. If it is, hold on to your butts because the stock is going to the moon. If Tesla is the first to market with a true level 5 that can work anywhere, anytime, even a level 4, they're going to crush it because they'll already have 2 million vehicles on the road that can be switched on tomorrow. Insurance, we've heard a rumor today or yesterday from Sawyer Merritt, that they will be rolling out in more states in January. Tesla Insurance will continue to grow. I don't see them cracking the top 10, maybe even the top 20 insurance companies this year, but it will happen, and it will continue growing because they've got the best data in the world. And I've made a whole video about that, which you can find on the channel. Tesla Energy will continue to expand, and I believe that will be not just in new locations, not just with new retail customers, public utilities that is, but also their own production. They've already got one power plant in Texas that was codenamed Gambit Energy until it was complete. And I believe that Giga Texas will itself become a power utility because they need the power there, and they're going to have it. So why not just put it right on site and plug it in? And that is where the condensed version ends. If you want to see the full Q&A, which is about another 20 minutes, I think, follow the link in the description, or who knows, maybe I remember to put it in the corner, and check it out. Thank you guys so much. Stay tuned, stay juicy, and I just can't wait to hear from you clever robots on the other side. So, I did want to give a big thanks to my Patreons. And by the way, this list is woefully out of date because in the last few weeks I've had quite a few upgrades and new patrons. So that's super, super awesome. Thank you to everyone who's been on board. I will get this updated in the next few days. And, if you're catching this on the replay, if you're catching this on the replay, let me know, what did I miss or misunderstand? Stay tuned, stay juicy, all that good stuff. Do one more check of the chat. Yeah, Paul, thank you for everything to you too. Yeah, sounds great. Okay, guys. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the new year.